Why is that out of focus? That's not good. Pisces, hello. Welcome to your live readings for your season. I am your reader, Jay. This is Empathic Fire. Let me fiddle with my settings here because for some reason it wasn't. There we go. It was kind of fuzzy on my screen there. We're here. I'm late because once again I made a mistake and I didn't have my settings right, so I had to restart this whole thing. So welcome to your reading for your season, Pisces. Happy birthday to you. If your birthday is today, if your birthday is 10 minutes ago, 10 hours ago, whenever it was, I hope you have an amazing time, or you did have an amazing time. If you're getting together with people, again, be safe, be healthy, make good choices, because it's still a pandemic outside, so we still have a little bit of stuff to worry about, but we're finally getting back on the right track after what, a year, right? But anyway, Pisces, if you're here tonight live, go ahead and type a question out to me in the comment section, or in the chat section, I should say, and I will answer your question whenever I can, as soon as I can. If you're watching on repeat, sit back and enjoy. Go ahead and grab yourself a cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of wine. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and get started with a general overview for your birthday season, just to see what's going on with the Pisces collective. And then we'll get into different areas of your life as as well as the general overview, or after we do the general. Okay. Uh, and again, I'm just generally hoping you guys are happy, safe, healthy, secure, all that fun stuff. Okay. Take care of yourselves, take care of people that you know and love, extend some of that kindness to people that you maybe don't know that well. Don't want to say, embrace an enemy or something like that if you're not yet not yet capable to do that or willing to do that, but put that good juju out in the world, because it's going to help not only you, it helps the collective and all that. Okay. All right. So let's get some general overview for Pisces at this time. At the midpoint of their birthday season, what is going on with Pisces in the general collective at this time, general overview in their lives at this time, messages for them. And again, guys, if you're here live tonight, feel free to ask a question down below. I think I'm flying solo tonight. I don't think my mods are available. So be patient with me. I'm not the best at monitoring my chat. But if you're here, again, and you want to ask a question, type it out for me, okay? All right, let's get into it. General messages for Pisces. General for Pisces. General messages, general overview for Pisces at this time. What are the messages? What are the messages? Feels good. Kind of heavy. Gotta be honest. Energy feels a little bit heavy, but we'll see. Hierophant. Strength, okay. One more, please, at least. One more? Wow, okay. So I think you had something. You didn't? You did. The Hermit and the Magician, all major arcana. So I wasn't kidding when I said it feels heavy. Was not kidding when I said it was heavy. Hierophant, Strength, major arcana for Taurus and Leo. Could be dealing with either of those signs, or you don't have to be. And then the Hermit and the Magician, major arcana for Virgo, is the Hermit, and then the Magician is secondary for Gemini as well as Virgo. So 2 times for Virgo, possibly for some of you, is very significant. For a lot of you, this is like a spiritual marathon or something that you're going through. I don't want to say a little bit of an awakening. It's like a heavy awakening. It's like a very significant. Hold on, I got to dismiss this message because it was in my face. It's a pretty heavy, significant awakening to some of you. It's not for everybody, but there's some type of enlightenment that you're aware of. Maybe some of you are dodging it. Maybe some of you are avoiding it, or some of you are embracing it pretty easily. Like maybe some of you have been on like a vision quest. I don't know much about that. But I do feel like a lot of you are exploring on an internal level, exploring internally. It doesn't have to be aligned with tarot. It doesn't have to be aligned with anything esoteric. It could simply be, you're in your thoughts a lot, or you've been reflecting on your life a bit. You may be journaling. You might be having deep philosophical discussions with your friends or your family members. All that you're doing is sort of Homeostasis is the word they're giving me. So I feel like homeostasis is a word that usually means what? To find balance. Yeah. You want things to be sort of amicable, both on the inside and the outside, right? So it feels like some of you have been studying your Akashic records very specifically, getting that from the Hierophant energy. Some of you have been exploring that, been interested in working with with that information. I support. Others of you, this is about like your identity or something like your spiritual identity or something like that is coming through really strongly. It's very heavy, and I wish I could be a little more thorough with it because, like, again, some people it's very aligned with esoteric things. Other people, it has nothing to do with esoteric space, but it is still about this self reflection, looking at your life, looking at what you've experienced, the people who are around you, things like this. And you could be doing that like in tandem with other people. Some of you might have a spiritual advisor, the hermit. Some of you might have a friend or someone that you're paying, literally paying, like a guru, hermit. You could be paying someone to lead you on, like I said, a vision quest. I'm here for this, but I got to be honest, there's a little possibility that some of you Pisces, you're letting it lead you too far. Like it's sort of taking over your life. And I think the magician is telling you to call back to yourself. Remember that you're in the driver's seat, not the guru, not the advisor, not the religious figure, or even just, just a close friend. You're in the driver's seat with the magician and the strength. You're the only person who can guide yourself, truly guide yourself down your spiritual path. You're the only person who can awaken yourself. So, yeah, I feel like maybe some of you, there's like for lack of a better word, there's like an inexperienced person or an inexperienced part of your energy coming through here. And you need to be reminded, you're in the driver's seat. Like that's what they keep saying. You're in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. Homeostasis, right? So as much as other people are telling you or showing you, guiding you down this path, you still have to choose what you align with, how you find discernment in the messages that you're given, in the information that you're given. It's still your choice. It's still you in the center of all this. It's still you in the middle of all this strength. And if this isn't you, this is someone that you're dealing with. I kind of want to clarify the star, or excuse me, not this. I keep wanting to call this the star, the hermit, because it's a very internal energy. It feels really deep, 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 deep. Yeah, like some of you are like literally like getting into like maybe even like astro travel a little bit, but I feel like someone in this energy possibly, it's not heavy, but you're altering your mental state or your you're altering something internally to explore. And that's great, but it's like almost too much. Like it's a little creepy, dare I say? I'm a little wary of the hermit. So let's just clarify that. Why is the hermit here for Pisces? Show me more on the hermit. All right. The sun. Okay. So that's good. So even if you go dark, you might actually end up coming back to the light. Three of Swords. Yeah, some of you are definitely like, the hermit isn't about the Akashic records, but I am getting that again. Like somebody here is exploring the Akashic records. And again, you've got hermit twice, and now you've got Leo twice with the sun coming out. So, and now, excuse me, and the Three of Swords is next to it. So I feel like whatever you're going through, Pisces, as tends to be your way, when you go into a mode of darkness, into the depths of yourself, into the depths of your consciousness, the depths of your psyche, the depths of your spirit, or even the depths of your heart. Again, it doesn't have to be so spiritually aligned or so aligned to anything that's esoteric or anything like that. This could literally be you're just sitting at home. You took a staycation. Most people are taking staycations during this pandemic, right? And you're just thinking about your life. You're journaling a little bit. Maybe you're opening up an old photo album and you're exploring or remembering things from your childhood. It doesn't have to be, disappear into the woods for 5 days. get in touch with mother nature. It doesn't have to be that extreme. But whatever you're doing, you will be enlightened from it. You will be healed from it. The sun coming out on top of that hermit gives me this double or gives me a clear confirmation that you will find healing here. But it comes after some of you, like a really rude awakening with this Three of Swords. Some of you, you're realizing you've been your own saboteur, or you've been very close to someone who has sabotaged you, is what this feels like, this Three of Swords. You have sabotaged yourself, or you've been in line with and very close with the person that has sabotaged you, or your alliance or your commitment, loyalty towards a person or towards a situation is the thing that hurts you. And you need to be free of that. You need to heal that. You need to do whatever you need to do to get over that or deal with it, process it. And again, you're in the driver's seat here. So even if a guru is telling you this, even if an advisor is telling you this, again, Hierophant energy, guru coming off of the Hermit, remember you're in control, Pisces. You're in control of this journey. You're in control of how far you want to go. That's the other thing. If you find it's too much, because for some of you, this Three of Swords might be a huge, deep wounding that is very hard to handle. And if you don't want to handle it, you don't have to. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that because this is just a general overview of like what might be going on in this moment for many of you guys. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, don't worry. Don't worry. So let's move on, okay? If you're here in the chat live tonight, Pisces, and you have a question for me, go ahead and type it out in the chat box and I will answer it as soon as I can. We will move on now. Check the chat, see if anybody has asked a question. And if not, we'll just move on and we'll go into the next area for your readings, okay? So, done with that deck. Let's see. Oh, my glasses. I got glasses specifically for this. Because I was like, oh man. I looked over and I was like, those letters look a little tiny. And this is exactly why I got these glasses, to hopefully help a little bit. So, my bad. All right. Good evening. Frankie 5 times. Hello. From Houston. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, you feel that? All right. I don't have any 3D guides, but I feel like my ancestors prod me to be more of a leader. Okay, excellent. Ah, Moon Goddess, what's up, girl? How you doing? Thank you so much for coming out and showing. Does that give me anything personally? 2022. It's a lot of twos. You can add that up and get some fours as well. I can tell you energetically by you asking me that question. I'm not very good with dates and time and stuff. It's not really my avenue thus far with tarot, but it feels like I have a tenseness in my jaw here and a little bit of a crick in my shoulder. So, but at the same time, I'm kind of like excited. I don't know if that means anything to you energetically. That's how my body feels when I read that question and I read the date. It's like nerves coming loose, nerves, whatever this tension is, it's like it goes away. So I feel like a certain relief is possibly upcoming regarding that date. And I hear like just now I hear the music coming through from my player back there. And it's like a release into something that's more peaceful is what that feels like. But in terms of tarot, I don't, and my guides and everything like that, how they work with me, time is not my strong suit. I've said that. But I don't know if that helps you at all. But if you did have a specific question, Frankie, I could answer that question for you right now. Hopefully that helps. Moon Goddess, I hear you. And that makes sense based off of some things that we've been discussing over the past several months. So yeah, remember you're in the driver's seat here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. And we're gonna do. I wish my one of my oh gosh, general love it, health and wellness is first, or is it finances first? Finances are first. I never remember. I'm the worst. Let's get some finances answered for Pisces right now. If you're in the chat and you have a question, it's your season. Ask it. I'm here for you. Finances for Pisces. I have like decks all over this room. I need like a good shelf, but I haven't found one yet. Yeah, we're gonna do Sun and Moon. Let's do Sun and Moon. And thank you all for being here. Remember to, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. It helps you grow out. And if you're interested in a reading with me, if what you get here isn't good enough, check the description box and you can see how to get a private reading with me, okay? Let's get some messages for Pisces finances at this time. Finances for Pisces. Finances for Pisces, messages for them. That's good. They like that. All right, let's see what's happening. Wow, that was a lot. It's like, that's a lot. We're gonna go with that. So, High Priestess came down in single by herself. And then together, we've got the Lovers. Oh my God, you got so many major arcanas. Lovers, Empress, Six of Swords, and Death. Oh boy. So High Priestess, that's Cancer. Also sometimes your energy, Pisces, depending on the reader, depending on who you ask. And then, what was it again? Lovers, Gemini, Empress, Taurus, and Libra, secondary for them, Six of Swords, and then Death on the end there, aligned with Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with any of those signs or not at all. Don't hold on to them too tightly. Again, like heavy intuitive motion is what they're telling me. Motion. So some of you, this idea of motion with your intuitive self, you're being pushed by whatever guides you. If you have a guide in the 3D, again, from the general overview, don't let that person drive you. You still drive your own vehicle, okay? You still drive your own car, but that person is definitely giving you hints and clues, or like things they say will pop up weeks later and it's like a light bulb in your head. So I feel like you're being very well guided either by someone external to you or by your own intuition, what you feel on the inside, whoever guides you, whatever guides you. Okay. That's great. I like that. And I think it's a certain instinct that I think you easily relate to, that you can almost pretty damn easily tap into whatever the High Priestess is nudging you to. So this could be in terms of finances and career. This could be when to sort of jump into a situation. Some of you, your work isn't traditional. It's not like you go to an office, you punch a clock or something like that. It's very untraditional. So you might have consultation. You might be a consultant, or you might do gigs. You might have per diem type of employment. I'm not sure. And so I feel very, very sharply, intuitively, like in the back of your head, like it's just like, you just know, okay, this offer sounds great, but it's not exactly what I want. So let me do the thing that looks a little less glamorous on paper, but it's going to have a better outcome for me. So it's like sort of like the road less traveled is what this feels like. And that's the one, even though on paper, again, it doesn't pay as much. It's not, the best thing to put on your resume. It's not going to really get you that much in terms of like, or this thing, the good thing is like, it pays you well. You will have better context from it. You're going to be able to network a little bit better, but there's something, the vibe is just off in this place. Wherever the vibe is off, you're not going to go there. And it's like it's like so sharp. It's like hitting me like in the back of my ears, like back and behind my ears, but on my skull, that that's not it. Nuh-uh. Even though it looks great, that's not it. Or it's a person, or again, an opportunity. It could just be, the pay. It's like 50 grand versus 40 grand. It's like, I got to take the 40 grand because there's something you just know behind there. It's not going to work out. I like that. You're huge. You're like so insanely in your power right now, Pisces. I love it. I love it. I admire you guys so much. You're some of my favorite people. Now, Lovers, Empress, Six of Swords, and Death. Some of you are making really good choices because of your family and or your significant others. Whether that be just children, whether that be one partner, multiple partners, polyamory. I'm here for it. If that works for you, go ahead. And it's just like, again, it's like the benefit of my family, the benefit of my relationship, the benefit of my business partners. It's like in your mind, what's going to not only satisfy me, what's going to help my family, what's going to help my community. If you don't have family to speak of, if you want to start a family, these are the ways, whatever you're deciding on. Lovers, high priestess, six of swords, decision making, whatever you're deciding on, you're thinking long term. Empress, six of swords, death. Those are things going forward. Like you're really projecting yourself forward. Like in 4 years, this is where I'm going to be. This is where I need to be. And therefore, I have to make the choices today that are going to lead me to that point. You get me? This is great, Pisces. Um, it's super decisive and it's super intuitive. I think the hitch here is the six of swords and the death energy. You will kind of have to sacrifice some things. Okay. It's not all roses and sunshine, everything that's befalling you or the choices that you have to make. These will be hard choices. You might have to leave certain people or situations behind, six of swords, that you don't necessarily want to. So let's say you are in, quote unquote, a regular job. It's been in your life for a long time. You love the job you do, you love the people you work with, etc., etc., etc. But you've kind of reached the ceiling, right? In terms of opportunity. So you have to go past that. Where you work now, there's no room for growth. An opportunity comes up, a person, gives you an inside track on an opportunity, you have to go for it. And you therefore have to some of you have to sacrifice a good thing for a better thing. It's already good what you have, but you could have something even better. And that, most people would struggle with something like that because it's like, it's a risk, right? So I think the risk there is kind of daunting for a few of you. I do sense some apprehension coming off of the Six of Swords and death card. But again, it's this opportunity and it's super transformative. Phoenix from the fire there with the death card, right? So I don't know. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like the past couple of readings I've done for you guys, it has been like it feels auspicious for Pisces, but there's still like this apprehensive, like, oh, it's too good to be true. For some of you, you already know. Even though it looks like it's too good to be true, I got to stick with what I have, or I got to go with the lesser option because the thing that's too good to be true is, in fact, too good to be true. Others of you, the thing that is too good to be true is exactly where you need to be. And you guys know, which category you're in, right? If you don't, I feel again, you need to get in touch with your intuition, get in touch with your guides, whatever helps you, whatever is your assistant here on your journey in life, whether that be yourself, whether that be ancestral guides, whether that be a guru, whether that be a counselor, whatever. Utilize that person or that energy, really tap deeply into it. I feel most of you will be able to do it no problem. This feels great. And the Empress, I think, is like long-term payout or payout. Okay. I wanted to say pay off, but some of you, it's payout. So maybe you're getting like severance packages or you're getting like certain bonuses coming towards you. Some of you are literally getting a lump sum of money. Hopefully you can see it. She's holding a money bag in her hand. Damn it. Well, you get the picture. The thing in her hand, it's not a pot, it's not a vase, it's a money bag. So some of you literally are going to come into a large sum of money. Maybe you have a sign-on bonus where you're going to be employed or where you're going to go. And interestingly enough, I don't feel for many of you this is independent energy in the sense of like you're starting a business. Like I usually will say start a business because I think that's what a lot of people do. I'm not sensing a lot of you starting a business. You could, but I really feel it's more of a latching onto and really making the most out of a solid opportunity that comes across your life or comes across your path. Okay? Feels good. Feels really good. All right. 2 for 2, I'd say, Pisces. So let's check the chat now. That was your career in finance. We're going to see if there are any questions here tonight live in the chat that I will answer for you lovely fishies. Again, some of my favorite people on the planet Earth. Let's see what's going on. Ah, Sissy, you're here, or you were here. I'm not sure if you're still here. Hello, Sissy. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're a DJ and a producer, Frankie. Wonderful. And a teacher, but I'm seeking is a different avenue. That is spiritually centered. Yes. Awesome, Frankie. Awesome. You claim it. I love it. Can I tell you if your boyfriend is cheating? He's a Capricorn. All right, let's get into it. I will certainly answer that question for you. So, for Frankie, we're going to answer the question about the Capricorn boyfriend. Is he cheating? Let's see what deck there's going to come through. And Frankie, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Again, for your support. I appreciate it. Let me make sure it's none of these guys over here. Again, I need like a solid shelf in my room, guys, to do all this stuff. Like the cards are everywhere. Anyway, boom. That doesn't feel too, yeah. Ooh, that was a very strong pull to the new elements. Very strong. Wow. It was, I don't know what that was. Whew. All right, for Frankie, please. Get some insight on the boyfriend. Is he cheating? The Capricorn boyfriend for Frankie. For Frankie, please. Is he cheating? The Capricorn boyfriend. Capricorn boyfriend. Is he cheating? Capricorn boyfriend for Frankie. Okay. Yanking my neck. I don't like that. I hate when they do that. Not a fan. Let's see, though, for Frankie, please. Is the boyfriend cheating? The Capricorn boyfriend. Let's see. All came face down, so that's usually not a sign of forthcoming energy. Let's see. Four of water. And the Ace of Water, and then the Daughter of Earth. Okay. It's not a definite yes, but it does feel very much like hush energy. Hush energy, very quiet energy. Four of Cups. It's like detachment. That's not what's on the card. That's not the word. This, again, Four of Water is Four of Cups. It's like disappointed, disconnected, going with the motions, but not really being a part of what we're experiencing. I'm feeling like heavy, like sullen energy. So, and it's water. It's 2 times water, and then the Daughter of Earth, aka Page of Pentacles. It's either Ace of Water, just to show you, because I'm trying to figure this out. And then the Page of Pentacles. Like, is he super sad? Is he like, I feel like he might be in a situation, because the card says comfort, but he's like so uncomfortable. It's like not being satisfied with what you have, which is kind of what the Four of Cups is naturally about. You have 3 cups, they're usually full, you're usually satisfied in some type of way, but there's this 4th cup that looms in the background, or it's off in the distance, and we're pretty apathetic about it. So it's kind of like, I could take it or leave it. I really feel like his energy is very take it or leave it, take it or leave it. Like, would he be bummed if you guys broke up or something happened with you? Yes. But is he like over the moon about this relationship? No. I feel somebody who's like legit, like really apathetic about what they're experiencing at this time. Earth energy here, so he's showing up as a page since he's a Capricorn. And pages like to explore. They're learning. They want more in their life. They're this energy of where, brand new horizons, nothing, sky's the limit, kind of like very optimistic usually. But here's someone who has a lot of emotional baggage behind them, because how it's on my board here, the water energy is behind her. Again, this Daughter of Earth that's on the card. So it's like emotionally repressed, emotionally stunted. Long and the short, I'm not feeling a cheating energy, but I do feel someone who is emotionally detached. Somebody who isn't giving their all, but also doesn't want to lose the situation. Again, comfortable in this situation, but also not giving anything into it, right? Because it's behind him. Again, the energy is behind him. And I don't know why I'm crossing, like throwing something over my shoulder there. Like maybe you annoy him, like get away from me, you know? Like maybe he feels like you nag him, or maybe he feels the relationship is a nag, is a bother. I don't want to put too much into that. So don't hold on to that too much there, Frankie. But yeah, it doesn't feel like somebody who's like engaged in the situation. He's like emotionally not present. He might have some other concerns in his physical life. Money might stress him out, job might stress him out. You know, I don't like this, but I don't hate it. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for a huge romance with this guy, if you're looking for him to make a grand gesture towards you that shows you how much he loves you and cares about you and wants to be with you, I doubt you'd get it. I really do. But is he going to also be like, I hate you, I don't want anything to do with you, this relationship is no good to me, blah blah blah? No. He's like very in a groove. Like there's no impetus, there's no inspiration to do better, to show up in a better way. I don't like that. But I don't hate it because maybe it's just a season, maybe it's like how he's been, and or rather he's feeling this way because of circumstances. I don't know. Um Aces are opportunities and chances, so I kind of want to see a little bit on that, but I also want to see something on the Daughter of Water. So let's do one on each. Let me clarify the Ace of Water for you, Ace of Cups, and then the Page of Pentacles a little bit. So give me one on Ace of Water, please. Clarify that. Why is it here for Frankie? Ace of Water. Death. Okay. And then give me one on the Page of Pentacles and the Empress in the side position. All right. So perhaps he's a Capricorn, and I'm speaking very generally. Capricorn energy, I don't know any of his placements or anything like that, so it can't be 100% true, but the general rule of thumb for Capricorns is they're providers, right? They're they're the masculine father archetype in astrology. Yes, 10th house, all that good stuff. So he might have a thing, because I told you about he doesn't necessarily feel secure, or he might be stressed in his physical life, his job, his security, his money, right? And then Death and Empress coming out. And again, Empress came in a side position. She didn't come upright. She didn't come reversed. So this side position. So he might have issues with his mother specifically, or he has issues with being a provider. And that crosses him. It's difficult for him. And a massive transformation has to happen in order for him to kind of make this opportunity with you, this emotional love, romantic opportunity with you, something worthwhile. So he or you or both of you have to go through some type of transformation to make this work. But if someone's in a comfortable position, what would they be? Why would they be inspired to change if they're comfortable? Pages are also, immature energy. So they're not usually, as much as they have sky's the limit and they have a lot of optimism, they also don't have great execution or planning. And the Empress crosses that. So I feel this person is at a crossroads, or they're stuck in some type of way. You asking specifically if he's cheating, he might have a woman in his past of significance, a mother or a baby mother, baby mama, something like that, an ex-girlfriend that stays on his mind or stays in his heart, or that has wounded him in some type of way, that has made him kind of repress, or again, this like stunted feeling of emotions. So if he got a raw deal with a woman before you, he basically is a burned person, and he doesn't know how to let go of that and let what you guys have together kind of flourish. So he needs to kind of mourn that loss of that previous relationship, and or get rid of whatever issues he has stemming from his mother. So the long and the short, it doesn't feel like cheating. It feels like emotional disconnection. He could be emotionally cheating with a woman, because I don't want to say that the Empress couldn't be another woman in the scenario, but it's not heavily, like, I don't feel it's intertwined. It would just be like this emotional thing. I don't see physical happening yet, if it's there. So you might know who these players are, these women are, the mother, ex-girlfriends, people he might be talking to now who you're like suspicious of, I don't know. But I don't see a physical cheating. An emotional cheating, quite possible. Okay? Frankie, I hope that helps you. Not a great situation, but I feel you can handle it. We've just met, but I'm very confident that you can handle this, okay? So I'm going to check back into the chat now. If you're here now and you have a question for me, go ahead and ask it, and I will answer it for you. If you're Pisces, this is your season. Ask your question, and I'm going to hook you up, okay? Let me go ahead and review what I missed. Oh, wow. That was a lot. His name is Josh. He's emo, never satisfied. Yep. Wow, you're so... Okay, thank you. I don't know why it hides my things. He thinks he's gay. Oh, you think he's gay. Oh. Wow. Forces me to carry the whole thing. Uh-huh. He hates providing. He still lives with his mom. Okay. 3 baby mamas? Frankie, no. We can't have... Listen, don't listen to me. We just met. But I'm going to say no. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And might be gay. What? Not that he can't be. He clearly, that's a lot, girl. Mm-mm. Wow. Wow. Someone from work. Wow. Agree. Wow. Okay. I'm glad that helped you. 3. I got 0. So hats off to you for handling that. And being the woman by his side at this moment. That's crazy. But I support you. I think you're going to handle it the way you need to. I mean, make good choices. Don't make awful choices. Make good karmic choices, okay? We're going to move on and do health and wellness for Pisces. If you're a Pisces here tonight and you're live with me, go ahead and ask your question. Type it out in the chat box. I'll answer your question as soon as I can. But now we're going to move on to health and wellness for Pisces. Let's see what deck we're going to use. Oh, Mystic Mondays, maybe? Yeah, that feels good. They like that. All right, let's do it. And again, Frankie, thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. If you're here and you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Jay. This is EmpathicFire. If you have a question for me, you are Pisces, go ahead and type it out in the chat for me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff so you can see when I upload to the channel. I need to go live more often, but I'm a lazy butt, But I'm going to try my best to find motivation and come on here and be live with you guys more than once a month, because I only do it right now once a month for the zodiac season that we're in. So Pisces is next, or right now, Aries is next. So I need to just, hang out with you guys more. I need to do that. Make a promise to myself and you guys, and then keep it. I apologize, I'm a little bit congested. Let's go ahead and see about health and wellness for Pisces, please. And again, thank you all for coming out here tonight and supporting the channel, supporting me. Appreciate you. Love you very much. I don't say it enough because I think it's kind of cliche to do. I'm an Aquarius moon. My emotions are always filtered through some type of logic. Some type of sound reasoning as to why I have to be expressing my emotions. Anyway, even though I'm quite emotional. All right. Health and wellness for Pisces. Messages for them, please. I feel like some of you might need to see your doctor about a GI issue. Digestion. Something in your gut. In your torso area. lower torso, I guess. Interesting. All right. That's all right. I like that. That's good. Thank you very much. All right, let's see what we get for you guys. Oh, thank you so much, Frankie. It should be down in the description box. The PayPal link, Cash App or PayPal should be down there. If not, if you don't see it, you can check any of my other videos, the non-live ones, and they're going to have the information in the description box. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, health and wellness for Pisces. What is the message? Five of Cups. One more, please, or a bunch more. All right, Pisces, you're just getting all the cards today. So 2 came face down, and then we've got the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles, I think. So here we go. 5 of Cups. The Devil in reverse. Major Arcana for Capricorn could be dealing with. You don't have to be. Then you had Hierophant and the Princess of Pentacles. So Hierophant is Taurus energy. Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, and that's also Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then it was 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords. So, straight off, I feel some of you, again, like your physical body, your physical health is really benefited right now the more you get into your spiritual practice, or you consider yourself as a spiritual being, is how they're making me feel. Like how you relate to the universe overall, how you relate to the earth overall, how you relate to your community or your family. It's like, I feel like sort of knowing your place amongst the crowd, amongst the greater population, is helpful in some type of way to understanding what's going on with your health right now. So that could literally be you go into your doctor's office and, you get a checkup or whatever it is. If you're a male or something like that, maybe you go to the proctologist or something. And it's like knowing where you fit in your age group, in your ethnic group, in your nationality, just like understanding where you relate on a scale, on a graph or something, is helpful to you, insightful to you in some type of way. Of women in your age group, men in your age group, what is their typical health outlook, or how do they typically grapple with a certain condition? If you have asthma, how does that affect people in your age group? Something like that is helpful to you. And if it's not about, a larger community based on age or ethnicity or anything like that, it could be specifically to your family, knowing how your grandparents dealt with their diseases or their illnesses or conditions will help you know how to properly is the word they're giving me, properly move forward. Because I'm getting this like heavy elemental, that's not the word, heavy emphasis on where you fit in the middle of it all. Because you've got the Hierophant, which is prescriptive, communal, societal things, and then you've got the 10 of Pentacles over here, and that's usually family. That's usually people that we know and we love, right? Or people that we're close with, things like that. And then the Page of Pentacles in the middle there. So that would be you, Pisces, most likely. Or it's someone in your family. If you're in good health, that could be a brother or a sister. It's a daughter of Pentacles, a page. So some of you could be your own child has a certain issue. And it's beneficial to know how other people in the same group or a similar grouping have fared in the past in terms of, again, a disease, an illness, a condition, something like that. 6 of Swords on the end of that is giving me this, and then what do you call it? I always lose my words when I do these readings. It's not transmuting. What is it called? When you go over something, you get it. You get what I'm saying. I keep saying trans, but I can't figure out the latter part of that word. And whatever. It's a trans word. And they keep saying transpire, but that's not the word, guys. They're giving me transmute, transpire. That's not the one. But anyway, you get over that. You overcome it. That's the word. It's like the trans word that means to overcome. That's what I think you're trying to do. You're trying to overcome historical issues surrounding your health. So if there is a chronic illness in your family or a condition in your family, you want to be the first person who's cured of it, or who can cope well with it. Maybe everybody in your family has a certain is medicated. You want to be the person in your family that doesn't receive any type of medication. Because remember, in the general, I was talking about, even though I didn't use this word, it was this vibe of like a holistic type of healing, or holistic type of um, approaches to your health. So if in your family it's always been traditional to go to a Western doctor, or go to doctors that practice Western medicine, you would be looking to go to a doctor who's more integrative slash holistic, for alternative ways of getting over whatever ails you, right? I dig that. I can't think of this trans word, but again, to overcome is coming with the Six of Swords, to get away from this historical, what they're feeling or what they're giving to me is like a historical family crutch, a problem that your mother has, your grandmother, your sister has, your brother has. Like everybody in this family, or at least a vast majority of people, are suffering from something. And you're like, not me. It's not going to be me. Pisces, you're very much like, I'm not going to walk down that same path. I'm not going to be afflicted with these same issues. I'm not going to handle my afflictions the same way. Everybody just wants to go and get like, doped up on medication. I'm not about that life. That it's like a totally different vibe over here. Okay. Separate to this, and that's interesting that I did all that by itself. Over here again, Five of Cups and the Devil in reverse. Absolutely. Devil in reverse is very good. If you have addictions in your family, that could be what's going on here. You're definitely walking away from that. Now, it's not easy. I believe there's arguments that addiction is genetic or inherited slash environmental, because if you've grown up around addicts, you might very easily develop your own addiction. Hand up right here. Okay. Man, and mine is totally different than what anyone else in my family has, or it's the whole thing. It's different, but it's still in there because it's behavioral, right? It's environmental. You learn it. As much as you can inherit the inclination genetically, you also inherit it, or you develop it, because of the environment in which you've been raised. But some of you, Devil in reverse, you're not into it. You're very much aware. My mom, my dad, they had issues with this. My mom or my dad or my cousins and my uncles and my aunties, they all had issues with this thing. Substance, maybe behavioral problems. If it's not addiction, it could be just general behavioral problems. Making some questionable life decisions. Like all of this is literally being turned up on its head in your energy, Pisces. Now, the kicker, maybe you guys are like, I don't care at this point, is that it's a little bit of a heartbreaking energy to get into. Five of Cups, a little disappointing, because addictions are like a very bonding energy, if you think about it. Like most people who are addicts are not alone in their addiction. They usually share it with people, if not in the family, in their little social circles. So maybe you have one person in your family who is, the solo addict, but they have friends and people outside of the family that they bond with. And sometimes in order to conquer addiction, we have to cut ties. So I feel some of you might be cutting ties with people, or you're cutting ties with the behavior or the people and the social situation. So if you are a drinker, maybe not a full addict, but you're just like very comfortable having a cocktail every day of your life, and you realize, I shouldn't be doing that. You're going to cut ties with people who are asking you, hey, Pisces, let's hang out. Let's drink a couple. Let's have a glass of wine or a bottle of wine between the two of us. If it's like a good friend of yours, or it's like those people who after work, let's go down to the bar and hang out for a little while. Not only is that, as we saw earlier, tapping into your money, Pisces is definitely on top of their money right now. It's definitely not where you want to be. And if you can see, there's sort of like a sunset in this card. So you're saying goodbye to these self-sabotaging energies, which I said in the beginning on the general. And you have to go to a deep place to get to that truth, that I'm self-sabotaging myself every time I hang out with my friends or my family members who want to drink, and I know I kind of have a problem with drinking. Every time I say yes, because, most people want to be polite, most people want to be social, but knowing that social engagement is going to happen at a place where you're going to drink too much, you're going to waste a lot of your money, you're going to feel crappy in the morning because your body maybe can't handle drinking the way you used to when you were younger, whatever it is, you realize you're going to have to cut ties with this. And it's a little melancholy with the 5 of cups, because there is a social aspect to whatever this addiction, obsession, inclination that you have or other people have in this dynamic, in your energy. Um yeah. I mean, I feel like you're good. Like, I feel like I'm not telling Pisces anything that they don't know. I think the thing that you might be unsure of is exactly the path towards this. Again, I think there's a lot of benefit for many of you to go into historical energies, or historical health and wellness knowledge that you have, or maybe your parents they didn't go to the doctor a lot, and so maybe you don't know what ails them. So but beginning to dive into whatever you can know, whatever you can explore in terms of your genetic histories. Again, maybe you're from a region, maybe you're from a culture, maybe you're from a group of people that tends to have a prevalence, or tends to have a certain, um, not, that's not the word, but a high likelihood of it, of developing a certain condition. If you're aware of that, you will be better prepared to combat it, is what this feels like. Okay. All right, Pisces, that is your health and wellness. I hope that helped you. I'm here for all of this, Pisces. It has been, like I said earlier, tonight, I feel like I've done readings for Pisces lately on my channel, and you guys have been coming up winners, and I like it, because for a while on my channel you were not. For a while, you guys were going through some bullshit. So the times are changing, friends. I like it. I'm here for it. So let's go into the chat. Let's see if we have any questions. If you're a Pisces, this is your season, and you have a question for me, Tibbity, type it down in the chat box, and I will answer your question as soon as I can. I did see my moderator here earlier. Transcend. That was the word. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie. Transcend. That was the trans word I wanted earlier. um, but I don't think I missed any questions. We're going to scroll back just a little bit to see. No, I didn't. So we're just going to move on in a minute. But let me catch up with Frankie here. Frankie, we're good new friends, huh? Thank you so much for the word transcend. Homeopathic energy. There you go. Transcendence. Yes. Generational curses. Yep, exactly. Now they're shutting down the whole COVID thing. My hand. Yep. Oh, wow. Wow. Frankie, why you got so much drama in your life, girl? Why? Why so much drama? Thank you so much, Sissy, for being here. Oh, I appreciate you, Frank. I really, really do. And I'm so happy to meet you. I'm so glad to make your acquaintance. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Sissy, for being here in the shadows as my moderator. We're going to move on to love and romance for the Pisces. Yes, we are 13 hours now. Yes. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I've kind of also felt in the energy. I don't know that I mentioned it in any of the Pisces readings that I've done. I feel like over the past 2 or 3 months, I've gotten really good Pisces readings coming through. It's been like this sort of like flip of a switch with Pisces energy, where before there was like a lot of deference, there was a lot of, oh, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, I don't want anybody to dislike me, I don't want anybody to think I have a problem with them, etc., etc., etc. And now all of a sudden, I feel like Pisces is thrusting into their spotlight, into their power, and it's very self-possessed. I love self-possession. That's what we all need. And I'm here for it, because I feel a lot of Pisces energy in those readings was taking control, recognizing opportunities that best suit them, and not making apologies for going for it if it steps on anybody's toes, if it upsets other people. Like, I'm sorry, I have to take care of me. What's wrong with that? And that's my general vibe anyway. So I love when people get into it. Do you think I will? lose the house to this greedy woman. Um, you did ask a question earlier. I'm gonna do this reading. If no other questions come up, I'll come back to you, Frankie, because we're good friends and we have a good vibe now. But we're gonna do the love and romance right now. And if we have other questions pop up in the interim while I do that reading, I'll answer those, and then we'll come back around to that question if that's okay. Okay. All right. So love and romance for Pisces. Let me get a drink of water. I'm so congested. All right, love and romance for Pisces. What am I gonna do? Love and romance for Pisces. I can't wait to get. I need a good shelf. If anybody has like a cool shelf to like store boxes of tarot cards, that'd be great. Your girl's looking for one. Pisces. Love and romance. Ooh, it's not coming through strongly, guys. What's up? Like nothing's grabbing me. They're not like pushing me in any direction. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. They're not, let me tell you, they're like, whatever. They were not very enthused about this deck or any deck. They're just like, whatever. I don't know if that's good or bad for you guys. We'll find out, yeah? All right. Love and romance for Pisces at this time. What's going on? Give me some messages for Pisces regarding their love and romance. And also, thank you guys for coming on a Sunday. It's Sunday where I am. It's Monday where my moderator is, my sissy is. So if you're hanging out and it's Monday or Sunday evening, I appreciate you. Because I know for me, Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. I'm being a little facetious. But I don't like to do much on Sundays. So I appreciate you guys for being here with me today. Otherwise, normally I do these on Saturdays. All right, love and romance for Pisces at this time. What is the situation? Pisces, love and romance, please. Give me some messages for them. That's good. They like that. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Pisces. Queen of Wands. All right. We like that. A little chunky. That's not correct. They let me know very quickly. That's not correct at all. The way that fell out, no way. Pisces, come on. Thank you. Queen of Cups, all right. That's correct. And he's back. Okay. Y'all be getting all the cards today. Why? Your girl likes 3. You've been having like 5, 6, 7. All right. Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries or Sagittarius, could be dealing, don't have to be. Water sign energy here, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be dealing, don't have to be. And then you got a little stacky here. 5 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords again, and the Temperance, primary major for Sagittarius. Could be dealing, don't have to be. All right. So, as I suspected, love is really, for many of you Pisces, not all, it's a little bit of a headache right now. It's a little bit of a pain in your ass. Or the prospect of it, the idea of it, or the person or people that you're dealing with. If you're dating, if you're committed, if you're married, if you're single like a Pringle, whatever. The prospect of others like that. Oh. And it's not like to say you're not in love if you're in love. It's not to say that you're committed if you're committed. If you're in, you're in. But at the same time, it's like, I got other things to worry about than you or this element in our relationship. I feel, Pisces, your energy is very much receptive. with these two queens over here, I feel you're in the mood to receive. So where you have been carrying weight, where you have been putting in energy and effort, you want other people to show up in the same way. So if you're single and you've been dating virtually or in real life, whatever you've been doing, and other people are showing up and you're bringing your A game, you're all dressed up, you're all dolled up, and they show up in sweats. You're like, what the fuck is this? Right? If you are in a committed relationship and you're the one who's handling the bills, or you're the one who's handling the domestic duties, and then your partner's been sitting on their ass or not really contributing, you're pissed or you're annoyed at that. And if you're married, it's the same thing. It's just like, I've been doing my part to do this, to make this work. What are you bringing? Or what are these potential partners bringing? Very discerning energy here. Love discerning energy, by the way. And again, these two queens, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, I think you're very strongly in your right. You feel very much in your right to be the receiver now. I've been providing. I've been giving myself, my time, my energy, my effort, my money in some of your cases, my love and affection, been giving people the goodies, right? And then when you want to get the goodies, you want to be seduced. It's like the person or the people that you want, they don't seduce you. So you're just like, well, what the hell is this? There's a lot of like, oh, I'm over it. Like, look at her hands. Like, as much as she's like in a reflective, sort of like a prayer or meditative position, look at her hands. Those are the hands of, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm too through. This too much, right? Those are the hands of, I'm done with this. I'm done being in this position of being the provider and giving to other people, giving to the situation and not getting anything back. And so this Queen of Cups, I think you're like, as many of you, some of you are asking, in like a prayer or a meditative pose, you're just like, just clear me of this energy. Just clear me of this bad juju. This man or this woman I've been dealing with, they're on my nerves. They bring in dark shit into my life. I'm not here for it. And you're seeking this peace. And then the passionate element coming through here with the Queen of Wands is being very like decisive, like, and I mean it. I mean it. So if you've been dating scumbags, you're like, you know what, Lord, you know what, universe, you know what, spirit, you know what, whoever, I'm tired of the scumbags. Like, I release them with love and light in my life. I release them and I hope they do well, but I don't want no more of their bullshit. It's very like, get out. Like, it's a pushing away and only wanting to receive what is good. I'm here for that. Yes. What else is happening? All right. So 5 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Yes. So now this is for, now this is for some of you where you've had a steady person, or the energies that you've been dealing with across several people have been, crapola after crapola after crapola. It's a headache, right? But for some of you, it's a specific person. So you've been fighting with this person. 5 of Swords, been in a disagreement with them, not on the same page at all. You or they or both of you mutually bring each other discomfort. It's not at all a settled energy. It's very combative. It's petty also. In some of your cases, it's petty arguments over nothing. Who has the time? Childish energy. And you don't want any parts of this. Could also be for some of you, this is like interfering friends or family members who have like a lot of commentary, like a lot of fucking criticism. Shut up. Is the general vibe. Shut up. Like, look at this guy. He's like got a migraine or something. Get out of my, get out of here. Why are you still talking to me? And maybe in some of your cases, okay, why are you still talking to me? That's funny. Why are you still talking to me? And the reason I laughed is because I'm a devolving or de-escalating K-pop fan because I'm too old for it. And there's a song that came out by one of my favorite K-pop groups. It just came out like last week or something. The title of the song is Don't Call Me. And it's literally, based on the translations that I've read, it's basically, we broke up. We're done. Why are you still calling me? Don't call me. I don't want to hear from you. You had my love. You didn't appreciate it. Now that it's gone, STFU, get the hell out of my face. So for some of you, this is a clinger honor that you have in your life. Someone who doesn't go away. a clingy ex, or some of you, it's a revolving door ex, a hit back. And now you're just kind of hitting your breaking point. Like, why did I even want you back? Why did I even let you back in my life? Now that you're here, major regrets. Like, I opened this door to this headache that you bring into my life, and I'm not a fan of it. Others of you, it's a consistent relationship and it's just like taxing on you. It's very stressful to you. Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords. So you're at a decision point, Pisces. And like I said before, with the two queens over here on this side, you are just like, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready. First of all, the status of a queen requires the status of another queen. Oh, there's two queens there. Or a king. If you're dealing with pages, if you're dealing with knights, energetically speaking, not their biological age, but if you're dealing with people who show up with immature energy or less mature energy than yours, it's repulsive. It's not repulsive as in terms of like making you nauseated. It's repulsive energetically. We don't match. I'm building, I'm creating, I'm on this higher spiritual tier, not better, but higher. It's a higher frequency. I need you to match. If you do not match, we cannot work together. We cannot mesh, right? So Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords, bye-bye. Or the potential of a bye-bye is here for some of you. It's a decision point on what to do in terms of progression. You don't have to break up. You don't have to leave this person. They don't have to break up with you. They don't have to leave you. But it is sort of circulating in your mind, possibly with this Five of Swords, circulating in your mind. Now, I'm not here. I'm not the queen of breakups, even though I think sometimes my readings can give that impression. But I am the queen or someone who definitely supports people making sound decisions for the self. I don't believe in self-sacrifice to the point where you're not getting anything out of the deal. And this is what I'm seeing here. Someone who's like getting over that position that they've played. I've sacrificed for you. I've sacrificed for this. I've sacrificed all over the place, put my feelings and my needs on the back burner, and they've been neglected. Like, that's fine to do that sometimes, and that's fine to do that when the situation arises. But some of you have spent months, years doing that in a romantic sense, and that's stupid. That's not sustainable. It's really not. So if you've been single and you've been dating a bunch of duds, now you're going to raise your expectations. Maybe some of you, you're going to go cold turkey, like again with the hands up here from the Queen of Cups. Maybe you're going to back up off of online dating for a while and trying to meet anybody and be like, you know what? I'm fine by myself. I don't need anybody. I don't want anybody. I'm cool. Because what you've been receiving is inadequate. Yeah. Temperance on the end here. This could be for some of you, because the Six of Swords is right next to it. This could be someone that you're moving towards. They also would be in a healing, self-aware energy. They don't have to be a Sagittarius, but again, this is the card of Sagittarius. So they would be passionate. They would have, eyes forward, eyes future focused. I like that. This is the energy of somebody who is a little expansive, but again, still reflective enough and aware enough to be like, well, this is where I want to be, but here's where I am today. So let's say it is someone that you meet. They may have had bad breakups in the past. They might be healing themselves off of an ending or something like that, or just other what was the word? Transcendence, other things that they've transcended in their life, right? And they would come to you and they'd be say, listen, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm on my way there. And I think some of you Pisces could rock with that. Others of you, you're like, oh, I don't even want to work in progress, Jay. I want the person to be kind of, 90% complete, not like, 40% there. I want 90 to 95% all the way there. You know what I mean? If not, that's just your energy. You're going to go into this reflective, here's where I've been. Here are the things that I want to distance myself from in my life, cut off from my life. And here are the ways I want to progress, or here are the ways and the things I want to obtain for myself going forward. I'm here for this. Like I said, when I was looking for your deck, I didn't feel a lot of lovey-dovey energy coming up here for you Pisces. And again, I don't see it here in the cards. Maybe for some of you, because I did mention it earlier, just in an offhand, and it's not huge because I don't see it like screaming, but for some of you, you might change your interest in partners, meaning you might change your interest in the gender of the people that you're attracted to or that you're interested in dating. I don't know what that means in the grand scheme of your, romantic or sexual attraction, but some of you might find a very good person in a similarly gendered relationship. That's like for one or two people. That's not for even the majority of you. And it's not, it's not a knock on anybody's sexuality. It's not a criticism or anything. But there might be literally, some of you have been dating people who aren't your speed, and the person who is your speed is a similarly gendered person, is how I'm going to say that. They don't have to, this doesn't have to be two females. This could be two men. This could be two people who identify as trans or queer, or, they could still be a man and a woman, but there's a similar vibe. The vibe is similar. The notion of care, of receiving, caretaking, nurturing, those feminine qualities are high. So if you are interested in what is gendered at, or a person who is gendered as male, they have a high feminine quality to them, and it's apparent. It's not hidden away. It's not suddenly you're watching a movie and you look over and he's wiping away tears because he's ashamed to express his more sensitive sides. This is somebody who's going to be like very outward with their feminine qualities. That's only for some of you, okay? All right, Pisces, that is your love and romance reading. Hope that helped you. Hope you got some insight from that. All right, let's jump into the chat again. Where are we at? Ooh, 1 hour and 11 minutes. Hey, 111. 111, folks. That's a synchronicity. All right. Frankie, are you still here? Let's see. That's where we are. We're with Frankie. All right, so you wanted to know about the house. I don't see any other questions, so we will tackle that in a moment. I know I got a lot of drama, and I'm nice to people. Too nice. I can build on that one. Oh. Wow, okay. You got a lot, girl. I love it. Frankie, I love this. Oh, wait, Moon Goddess. Moon Goddess had a question? Did I miss that? Thank you for the heads up, Frankie. Let me scroll back up. Am I not seeing all of the chat? Oh, I see it. Venus is in Pisces. Of course, because I know. Moon Goddess, you here? Vanessa, Moon Goddess, are you here? If you're here, let me know. Thank you so much, Frankie, for pointing that out. I saw her comment, but I totally blanked on it. That's why I need my moderator. That's not a shout to you, sissy. You keep doing what you're doing. All right, we're gonna do that. You want to know about Andrew? Let's do that. This is one of my A1 day ones. My good friend Moon Goddess wants to know about Andrew. Ooh, that was a strong pull towards the Housewives Tarot. Girl, you should have said something. Been like, hey, I asked you a question. All right. Let's get some information about Andrew. Just want to know about him, or do we have a specific question? Either way works for me. Andrew. Moon Goddess wants to know about Andrew. And I feel kind of like, cuss people, sometimes you guys kind of can get the best of both worlds, right? Because can't you look at, the signs on which your cusp is and get maybe double the messages sometimes? Okay. So some general information on Andrew for good friend Vanessa, aka Moon Goddess. Let's do it. All right. Tell me about Andrew. Moon Goddess, Andrew. It's a nice steady energy that I'm feeling. I don't know what that means, but they're nice, steady. It's like the vibe I'm getting that I feel here right now. comfortable. I feel very comfortable right now. I think this is the last one. Oh, yep, last one. That's interesting. I'm going to leave that there. There's a card that fell, but I'm going to leave that there. They want me to leave it. Okay. All right. So about Andrew, let's see. What do we got? Information about Andrew, please. General vibe he's got, perhaps. In the sitch. Nope. There we go. For Vanessa, thank you. Okay. All the extra cards, man. What's up? Fool. These were like that. And then this guy, that random guy that fell down there. I don't know what. They want me to leave it there. I don't know. All right. So first card, Knight of Cups. Water sign energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course. Nine of Swords. Fool, secondary for Aquarius. Could be dealing, don't have to be. Could be in his chart, your chart, wherever. And then Page of Cups, again, water sign energy. And Hangman, that's secondary for Pisces. All right. Potential is the word that keeps jumping through here. Potential. Somebody here has apprehension about it. There's a little like a, hold on, just a minute, There's a pumping of the brakes coming through with this Nine of Swords energy. However, and the Hangman, thank you. Who, like, it's either you or him, but somebody here has like apprehension, and somebody else is a little bit more like, oh man, this could work, or I'm excited about the potential of this. I'm excited about what could come here, what we could develop here, what we could experience here. There's okay. Or that's solo energy. I could do so much. I can have all of this, and then there's like somebody over in the peripheral, like, hey, what about me? And you're like, but I could have all this. And so it's like this constant, like, looking out over here in the distance, like, oh, look at all the things I could build for myself. Look at all the places I could go. And then there's somebody over here is like, hey, can I come too? And you're like, but me, like, there's this, I want to do it. I want to explore. I want to expand. And then there's something in the peripheral, something over here in the side that's like asking for attention or would require some type of investment, emotionally speaking, with the two cups figures coming out. But there's like a, I don't know about that. So I think that feels like you a little bit, Vanessa. I could be wrong. But there is sort of like this interest, but then like a, but can I trust it? Or, is this going to sideline me? Is this going to sidetrack me? Is this going to get me off my path? Is this going to complement me? Is really the concern. Is this person, is this connection going to complement what I want? Or is it going to deter me from what I want? Is it going to sideline me in some type of way? I feel he's kind of coming through a little bit in the Cups energy of the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. Now, of course, we know Queen and Kings are preferred, but there's hopefulness in both the Page and the Knight of Cups. There's like this optimism that both of those energies bring. Like, oh, I'm see, there's a caution here. They're cautioning me. There's a caution here in like it's a little not self-aware. We'll say that. It's not self-aware. Long-term awareness, perhaps. Long-term awareness is possibly the problem. Now, it could also be because the Hangman solo when it's by itself, is a spiritual awakening energy. And I do have some inside knowledge with you, Vanessa, that your spiritual game and your concerns on that are just like, it's a very integral part of your development and an integral part of your journey right now. And I feel like he might not know that or be able to match that. I don't know what he knows in terms of how important that is to you, what you've experienced, what you've explored, and the changes that you've made in your life based on, your spiritual journey and development. And I'm not sure that he would be in a position to appreciate it. But again, I don't know how much he knows. If he doesn't know anything, I can't count it against him. But if he knows a great deal about it, but is still showing up with this Page energy, he's not really able to get on board and match you in that way. And that might be a concern for you. I'm not sure though. So the interest is, I feel the vibe is there. I feel the vibe is reciprocated, but I feel like the expectations are different, or they're not fully understood. Like you don't know where his head is, he doesn't know where your head is, but you both might be like, there's a vibe here, and he looks good, and she looks good, and there's this attraction. But what's the long term? Again, like where's the 5 year mark? Where's the 6 year mark? Where's the 2 year mark? Like thinking to the future, what is he going to bring to the table? I think he's very good in the now. This feels like a very good, like a nice person to spend time with, an attractive person, a cool person to get to know and vibe with. But I'm not seeing someone, I can't see him long term. And it's not bad. It's not because, I mean, if anything, I mean, what's coming across is the vibe is the spiritual side of you is so much larger than him. And that larger spiritual sense, or that larger focus on your life as a total, is sort of drowning him out. But again, I don't know how much he knows about you in that side of yourself. What is this card that fell out? Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. So we got the Page and the Knight up top, dealing in this line that's on the table here. And this was the card that fell out before I even began to like do the side shuffle. This just like fell to the table, and they told me to keep it there. And it was face down this entire time. So he might be a sleeper Queen of Cups, which is good. I like that. If that's him, he's a sleeper Queen of Cups, meaning he has this potential to get into this. Not necessarily tarot or necessarily, exploring his life or anything the way that you're doing. Not like to match you, but he has awareness, or he has possibly a good sense of, he might have a good intuitive sense about himself or about life in general. And also, like, if you look at this Queen of Cups, she kind of looks like she's interested. Like, tell me more. Oh, I'm so interested. So there is a potential for this person to go deeper, but it's not here right now. So let's actually clarify the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Vanessa? Show me. That's so interesting that fell first. And maybe that's okay. So they're letting me know this card fell to the table first, but I didn't address it until later in the reading, right? So maybe that's where your attraction point is to this person. You may have had an intuitive nudge like, ooh, he's deep, or ooh, this guy, there's something about him and I'm drawn to him, but I can't see it because, again, the card was face down for the entire reading. I flipped it up just now and I'm like, oh, there's that potential that is missing in the now. We don't see it. It was face down. When it comes up, when it's face up like this, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, I can see where the vibe is. I can see where this guy has your attention, has your interest. So I don't know what would require that to be flipped up in the situation, but it's here potentially. If that's him, I think that's him. I don't think it's you, because I think, you're here, but you're not like all of your strengths and everything is kind of like, to me, known already. But let's clarify this. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Vanessa, please? Clarify the Queen of Cups. Magician. Jesus Christ. Okay. Magician, Lovers. This came side. I don't think it stays side. Does it stay side? Let's see. Does this stay in the side position? No, it doesn't. It's here. That was great. So that was in the side position. Okay. So Magician, Lovers, and then what was I humming and hawing about? The Two of Cups. Go ahead and get it, girl. Yes, we like him now. And it's not like they didn't like him before. It's just there's a lot of reserved energy here. 9 of Swords, he might have... Okay, going back up here, I didn't really talk too much about it. I felt initially the 9 of Swords was very apprehensive. He might have a certain past. He might have certain experience, memories, situations that weigh heavily on him, that are nightmarish to him is the word they're giving me, nightmarish. Anxiety. He might just have anxiety about something. And it's not readily expressed. Nine of Swords is very much like a, quietly crying in the middle of the night, sobbing tears where nobody else can hear you, right? So he might have that, or you have that, and maybe that's a common, uh, uh, intersection point between the two of you. But to go deeper into the Queen of Cups, Magician, Lovers, and the Two of Cups. So Magician secondary for, oh geez, don't blank, Virgo and excuse me, Gemini, and then Gemini again with the Lovers. So he might have significant Gemini in his chart, or you do. It's a choice point. It's always a choice point. How much you want to invest with him, how much he wants to invest with you. I feel you both have to come to this mutual agreement. Not that you have to say, "Oh, we love each other and we're going to," but like at regular intervals, at regular checkpoints, it would be good to gauge where you both stand. And it is potential that you will have a calibrating moment. Like maybe right now, this is how you are. You're a little up here, he's a little down here. And maybe it'll shift. Maybe you'll have like a bad week or two and you'll go down here and he's like slightly above. And then it's like this. You need to like recalibrate and become equals. But I think that comes with choice. If you're open from the gate and he's been a little reserved, or vice versa, or that fluctuates between the two of you, how and when you choose to express and be more open, I think is going to solidify you more. But either you or him have like a reserved energy about that openness. Or again, going back to what I said before, your perspective might be different from a spiritual side, and he might not have that in his life at all. Like I really get the sense that he might not have it at all. But there's a curiosity here because of this Queen of Cups and what I said earlier. Tell me more about it, like the way that person looks. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Keep telling me more about this. So, not that it's your job or your assignment or something, but that could be something that helps you guys along, is that you encourage him to explore his spiritual side. Not, saying to do it my way, but just like don't be afraid to go into those dark places. Or if you transmute that energy, you can transcend these feelings or this trouble from your past, because I've done it. Like that could be maybe the way it is. Maybe you don't do it the way I did, but I stand as proof. Like, tons of dark things have happened to me, or this section of my life was very troublesome, and now I'm kind of, again, transmuting and transcending. And because that comes from the Magician, making your reality as above, so below, right? So if I want to be over my trauma, I shall be. It requires my work. It requires me to be involved and make discerning choices. And it's hard work, BT dubs, but it's possible. And if you stand as that example, I feel like you guys can have something. But where it stands right now, it's a little bit guarded. From you, from him, from both of you, I'm not sure. But there's so much potential here. And 4 cups, 4 major arcanas. The outlier here is the 9 of Swords. Everything else feels like we could. I think that has been coming through in a lot of the Pisces energy. It's like the opportunity seems too good to be true, but then also knowing what is good for you and knowing what God or the universe brings to you is meant for you and all that kind of stuff. So, Vanessa, I think it's good, but right now it might seem a little questionable. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I hope that helps you, Moon Goddess. Dear friend Vanessa, hope that helps you. I'm going to check into the chat now and see what I missed. Shopping carts. I see shopping carts. Oh, where are we at? All right. I think he likes you, but he probably thinks you don't like him. Oh, look at you, Frankie. We're tag teaming in here. I'm going to read your comment. He's a little younger than you. Oh, he's a cop. Oh, so go ahead, Frankie. She out here. Security guard, cop. I mean, they're not the same thing, but, man in a uniform. A little bit younger than you. Wow. Oh, he looks good in the uniform. We like that. I support. I support people looking good in their uniforms. Wow, that's cute. Yay. We like that. Things are going in the right direction. I like that. All right. So going back to Frankie's question, and then after that, we're probably going to wrap up. So, Frankie, you wanted to know about a house? A house? Something about a house? Where was it? Was it before that? I'm sorry. I'm like all lost in the comments here. Oh, dang it. Did I lose it? I'm such a grandma right now. And I'm not even anywhere near no chance of being a grandmother. But I feel very grandma. Where's the I can't see it. um could you retype it for me if you're still here, Frankie? I can't find it for some. I know it's up there, but I've lost it. So there's a greedy woman who won't let you see your sick dad, which is we don't like that. We do not stand for that. We don't like that. We don't support that. But if you could retype your question for me real quick. In a nursing home, girl. I don't know what it is. And it's been my experience thus far. I've yet to meet, and I'm curious to meet them. Where's the Pisces in this world without drama? You guys stay having drama, buddy. uh, Ford paperwork using power of attorney to steal my house. Okay, so I think the general question was, will you get the house? Will you be able to keep the house? Wasn't that the general question? Would you be able to keep the house? Money hungry people, man, they're out there. I struggle with them. Well, not with them, but with money. Anyway, so I think your general question was about the house. I'm gonna get into the vibe. You clarify the question for me. So for Frankie regarding the home, what deck will we use? What which deck? Thank you. Will be used for Frankie regarding the home. Hmm. Hmm. I think it's a good tarot. Will she succeed in getting the home? Okay, got you. I got you, Frankie. Let's do it. And again, guys, thank you all for being here tonight. It's been fun. I always have fun with Pisces. I gotta be honest. Like, I rarely am just like displeased when I do Pisces work. When I work with Pisces, it's usually a good time. I love it. But for Frankie, let's see. Will this dastardly woman, this greedy woman, succeed in getting the house? Will this greedy woman in Frankie's life be able to get the house? Headache right here. Ooh. Don't like it. This is blah energy. Don't like that. Will she succeed in getting the house? Don't like this. It's like invasive in my mind. Or not even my mind, my brain. My brain feels like foggy, dark. Seeing this cricket in the neck shit, I don't like it. Don't do that. But they're like, well, we have to tell you. It's our signal. All right, will this greedy woman succeed in getting the house? Oh, shit. She sure will. She sure will. Like, that's the question I went with. Will this greedy woman succeed in getting the house? Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Tower. Yes. I don't usually give such sharp responses, but yes, is what this feels like. And the Tower. Secondary for Scorpio and Aries. Could be dealing with those energies, or could be present in her chart or anywhere else. But I cannot see it any other way. It feels like a yes. And it feels, if anything, maybe like a short-term victory. Like, I don't know her sign. And I feel it came out in a couple of readings I've done recently. I feel like Gemini's energy has had this a little bit. I feel Capricorn or Sagittarius energy might have had it. I'm not trying to call her star sign or anything like that, her sun sign. But if you know if she's any of those signs or it's prevalent in your situation, you might want to check some of those readings, because I'm getting this vibe of somebody who delights in the destruction of another person, who wants to win at all costs. They don't give a shit who they hurt, because in the now, it makes me feel good. And that's a shitty way to live, but that's how a lot of people live. You know, they delight in tearing other people apart or destroying situations around them that they feel like, it's stupid. It's like a petty, childish shit. Because I'm not involved, because nobody cares about me, because you didn't invite me to that birthday party 5 years ago. Now I'm going to stick it to you. That's like a very arbitrary thing. I don't think I'm calling anything real in your situation, Frankie. But it's like this, because I feel in the past, I was shit on. Now I'm going to shit even harder and like worse on you. You crossed me first. I'm going to cross you 10 times worse, is what this feels like. Revenge is the long and the short of this. It feels like revenge. It feels like a power play. It's very destructive. And it's a delight in knowing I can hurt you or prevent you from having something that you desire for whatever reason. I don't know why you want this house. I don't know the value. I don't know if it's sentimental value, if it's monetary value for you, Frankie, to want the house, but she wants to see you without it, or see your family without it, or whatever. And that will delight her. It will make her so happy. And it feels like it will happen. Now, it's very gross. But here's the thing. I don't know. We just met, so I don't know much about you. And it's like, she needs this. And I know that sounds fucked up, but she could be creating, like, this could be the catalyst, because towers are catalysts. As much as they signify endings, they also can signify a catalyst, a jump off point, a catapulting energy in some sense. So her getting this, I've said this before, short term, she's happy. She'll be happy. In the here and the now, she'll be happy. But long term, no. Because in the short term, it's going to make her happy. But in the long term, this catalytic, this catapulting, this like in the future, she will not regret. But doing this now is going to set her up for something in the long run. And it feels very karmic. It feels very like life lessons. It feels very like she has to do this to get something in her life path. So, not to say you should just be okay with it, not to say that you should feel like, oh, well, everything's okay because this tarot reading said, no. Feel how you're going to feel and respond how you're going to respond, within reason, of course. Make good choices, make good decisions. But at the same time, her delighting in hurting you or hurting your family, treating your father however she's treating him, taking advantage of him, all of that is setting her up for karmic lessons, payback, whatever. And she may or may not ever see it that way. She might never conceive of it that way. But that's what the Tower is telling me, that her doing this now feels good, but in the long run, she will, for lack of a better phrase, live to regret it. Live to regret it. And it's not your business or even in your potentiality to step in and stop this, is what this feels like. It feels like she will, bottom, moon. Mm, 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 mm. Subterranean knowing. You know this already. You know this already. Or somebody knows this. There's a high intuitive knowledge that this is a long-term setup. This is a long-term play. This is a long unfolding situation that has consequences. And either somebody knows that already, or that's the underlying vibe of this situation. I want to clarify the Tower because the 9 and the 10 of Cups, so easily, like a pig in slop. She's so happy. Ugh. You know, we all have roles to play in this life. And it's not for you or I possibly to understand why this delighting in the destruction of others. Like, I get it if you're like enemies with a person, and maybe that's it. Maybe she views you or the situation like everybody's my enemy. That was a vibe in some of the Gemini readings of late. Everybody's my enemy, so screw you all kind of stuff has been coming through for them. Capricorn and Sagittarius. I feel like those 3 signs, I can't even hold it up right. Those 3 signs, I feel have had that vibe of screw everybody else, or there's like this very destructive force. Oh, I don't like this. Anyway, let's clarify the Tower. Why is the Tower here for Frankie? Show me the Tower in the situation. Give me more information on the Tower. Show me more on the Tower, please. 6 of Pentacles, money. And the 4 of Swords. She broke. She's broke. She's in debt. Or she's a the word they're giving me is mongrel, and that's not right. But a hoarder. She holds tight to money. She wants more of money. She wants more of status, of clout. And she likes this. I feel she likes to be in this position to decide who gets what. Who gets what. So if she has the house, or she gains any type of monetary anything from the situation, she can tell you or anyone else, well, this is how much you're worth in the situation. And here's how much I'm going to put into your hand. Literally, from my pocket to your hand, here's your little bit of money. You know, she likes that. It's a power move. Well, she's really going to live to regret this, is what this feels like. And that's not me co-signing on you or anybody else taking out the revenge. That's not correct. This is karmic. She will live to regret this karmically. She will live to regret this from a higher perspective. In her day-to-day life, I swear, for a long time, maybe, she will be very happy. She'll be very content with everything that transpires. But karmically speaking, she's not going to be good. Not in a good position at all. Because 6 of Pentacles also is about fairness and balance and reciprocity and treating people well and making sure that in the physical sense, money, time, energy, effort, physical health, all of that is in good standing. But it's coming off of a destructive act. Therefore, it's not balanced from the jump. And again, she wants this power. She wants to have this ability to decide who gets what. Who can say what when? Who can visit this time? Who can spend time here? Who has access to this? Like, she's like a decider. She wants to decide things. 4 of Swords. Like, it's mostly because of the imagery. But live to the, like, she might not come to regret until she's on her deathbed. Or somebody's on their deathbed. And I hate to speak in those terms, but it's literally just because of the imagery there. Until somebody's like about to croak, sorry for the flippant language, but that's when possibly the Tower hits, or it's sort of like a reverberation. So let's say the sale of the house, which is happening about now, right? And then however long until this deathbed situation, that's the reverberation. The tower hits now and then it reverberates a year, 4 years, 10 years down the line. And that's the end point of the tower. So this can be a long stretch of time that this karmic detail is formulating in her life. Long and the short, though, to answer your question, Frankie, is she going to get the house? Probably. Like, it feels so strongly. It's probably going to go to her. And it's dastardly the way in which she's done this, manipulative. Um, and if she doesn't live to regret it, unfortunately, in this life, she'll regret it the next time over. Some of us, at least this is what I'm understanding in the things that I've been reading and studying. I think at this time on Earth, there's a lot of old souls mixed with a lot of new souls, and these new souls are really troublesome for the old souls. I'm an old soul. I've been here so many times. Um, and this could be literally, she could be a new soul and you might be an old soul. So you have all this like knowing, because what was at the bottom earlier was the moon was at the bottom. It's not there now, but remember, so you might have this natural understanding of what's transpiring and you might not be able to articulate it, but you kind of have peace with it. You kind of like, you're able to relax in the drama of it, maybe. And she's over here like, oh yeah, and she thinks she's doing the newest thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. You ain't the first person to be a bitch or the first person to be a manipulator. But she feels like really like, I'm really showing something. I'm really demonstrating that I am whatever, or I have the ability to do and say and, you know, make all these moves, right? She like is egotistical, and not egotistical in that, that ego based. And that's not the jive. That's not what we're here to, well, maybe that's what the new souls are here to do, but the old souls, we're not here to do that. So that's what I think this is. Even though this, I'm assuming, is a person who is physically older than you, she's very young in terms of her energy. Okay? So good luck with this. I feel like, and also, oh, okay, before I end, also notice, I think you would be familiar with some of the tarot art depictions. There's only one person being ejected from the tarot in this card. Many other depiction of the tarot, or excuse me, of the tower card in the tarot decks see two people, sometimes more than two, but there's only one in this deck. So only one person is in the long run gonna get screwed over because of this, or is going to wreak. What is that? Reaping what you sow is what this feels like for her. Okay, Frankie, I hope that helps you. Girl, I tip my hat to you. There's a lot. 3 baby mamas, this dastardly bitch over here. That's a lot, baby. That's a lot. You got my sympathy, absolutely. Because this old soul, I'm very intolerant to anything. Man, if you guys knew me in my personal life, I don't stand for much of anything. No BS over here. Zero. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and check in with the chat. Oh, man. Oh, Frankie, I love it. You're so responsible. Responsive. I love feedback. So let's see. Uh, oh man, you guys were talking about this. Is there anything I need to prevent this? Oh man. Oh, she is Scorpio. Cups energy, tower. Yep. Okay. Wow. All right, here we go. This is the beginning of it. And we're probably going to end. So if you're watching this on repeat, you don't have to watch me go through these comments. But I'm going to go through these comments now. Oh man, the woman is greedy. So let me see. Out of town and nursing. Okay, so I read that. She's money hungry. Okay, right. Will she succeed? Am I going to lose my house and my dad help? Wow. Wow. She's a Scorpio. She literally does delight in hurting me. Anything I do to prevent this? And she hates me because I'm not her daughter and my dad and me before. Oh, that feels like an angry Scorpio. Yep. She's not hurting for money. She gets a lot of plastic surgery. Oh no. Oh, treat your dad bad. Take care of him. Wow. Wow, your house for 12 years. That's wow. She forged the papers. I know. Wow. Selling finance. I think she got the seller, family friend. Oh, wow. Greedy person. Took you off the life insurance. She told me she would give me a couple thousand to move. Wow. Bought her two house. What is this? She digging her old grave. That's right. She's like a goat. She's like a goat. That's funny. Like there, I felt like she was looking down. Wow, in her casket. Wow, I never knew the love of a. Wow. You're welcome, Frankie. What a story. My God, girl. Um, yes, good luck with all of this. Um, what came out? The Tower. What was the clarifying energy? Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Yeah. I mean, look, we can't help people fix their darkness. We can't help people fix their traumas. I forget what readings I've been saying that in. That might have been in a Leo reading or a Cancer reading. But that vibe is here. Is I feel at this time we're on the precipice of a new age, just the collective spiritual evolution of humanity. We're at another like turning point. And when we're at massive turning points, there's like a shedding that needs to happen. And some of us are shepherding that shedding, and others of us are going to live through the shedding. And I feel like this is a person spiritually that has to live through that. But if you don't have a high concept of what you're experiencing it or why you're experiencing it, and you don't conceive of it in those ways, you're just gonna come back here and do it again. So I think that's kind of what she gives me, that vibe. She gives me the vibe of somebody who doesn't have a spiritual sense of self, and therefore is here to live this very externalized experience. So again, why is she treating you that way? She thinks it's because she has like a issue with like the love of a father. Okay, so that's an internal hurt, but the ways in which you're trying to tackle that is all external. I'm going to have a lot of money. I'm going to X you out of the will or do these things. I'm going to manipulate these paperworks or this paperwork and do all this stuff. That's all externalized ways of trying to work on something that you need to work on from a spiritual side. But if she's not going to do that, that's not your business. I mean, in the physical sense, I understand that she would want to do something, but like I said, that tower felt very strongly. She has to do this in order to set herself up right now in the long term to conquer something karmically. And unfortunately, you and your other family members are going to have to suffer in the meantime. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to say like it makes it okay. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, you should just like, just deal with it and roll with the punches. No, you're still going to make your decisions. But I really don't think, like how you said, or you asked in the comments, is there anything you can do? It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't. From a spiritual sense, it doesn't feel like it. From a physical, can you file paperwork? Can you go and try and you can fight it. I think you can fight it. Would you succeed? I don't think so. But I wouldn't, and I don't say that to discourage you. I think you should still try, but it really feels like because of the spiritual aspect, like basically she karmically has to create this pattern or create this circumstance or deal in this circumstance. If she doesn't karmically make it now by doing this dastardly shit with the house, she has to do it at a later time in order to get that karmic juice flowing. Does that make sense? So if she makes the trouble now, then she can start on her karmic path. So if you stop her, which you could do, or at least you could try, it's just going to push it to another element. If it's not the house, then she's going to do something else. If it's not with you, she's going to do it with someone else. And because the tower came out and it felt so strong to me, and again, with the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, it just feels like she's right here. She's like about to cross over into this karmic catalyst point. And it's usually you can't stop a karmic catalyst point most times, in my experience at least, and my observations. You cannot stop it. You can try, and I don't want to discourage you, so go ahead and try. But I don't. It does not feel like you would succeed. But you can try. I don't want to discourage you because to have a long investment in the house, to have proper ownership of the house, she knows, everybody knows this is Frankie's house. But so I don't want to discourage you, but at the same time, it's like she's making these moves. And in terms of official channels, what's the documentation going to show? If it's going to show her and you can't expose her, I'm not sure how well you could succeed, if that makes sense. That's a lot to deal with. And all the stuff you were talking about earlier with the dude and the baby mom. Oh my god, Frankie, I don't want to encourage you, but have a cocktail, my friend. I woo, that's a lot. That's a lot. uh, for belief. Wow, she does. Pisces do bring the drama. I have yet to meet a Pisces in my private life or professional that doesn't have drama. It's 12th house. I would expect nothing less. Oh man. She is going to learn on her own deathbed and she can't take it with her. That's true. I can't wait for that though. Listen, listen. We all have to decide things and we do it. Do what you think is best. Make good choices. Don't go off the deep end. I don't know. I can't really advise you to do what I would do because I'm on a totally different path. And maybe my choices aren't correct. I don't know. Just you and your son. I have 4 brothers. She, she ain't messing with any of them. Thank you. I do understand. Well, I'm glad. I'm gonna expose her. maybe that's the vibe. Maybe that's what you have to do is expose her. Maybe that's the greatest thing that you can do to intervene in the situation. And here's the thing, like I said, like with that 4 of Swords and the image it gave me, like on her deathbed, we can never know what, unless we're there by their side, unless they tell us, but we will never know what any individual thinks or reflects upon in their dying hours, right? And here we are in 2020. Let's say her deathbed is 30 years off, or 20 years off, or 50 years off. Who knows? I don't know how old this person is. You don't know if she's not going to be able to, or if she's not going to spend those last few moments here alive, breathing on this earth, thinking about something that you said in 2019, 2018, 2020. You know, she could, again, 30 years down the line, be like, oh, when Frankie said, circa 2020, that was what I should have listened to. Or when she, asked me this question, it was a profound thing that I pushed to the side and I was ignoring. We don't know what enlightenment she will receive or needs to receive across her path or along her path. You know what I mean? I think you just have to do what you feel is necessary, what you feel is right within reason. Make good karmic choices, and just roll with it. And in the meantime, I don't know what your situation is, but I hope you're able to sustain for you and your son. It's totally a tough road, totally tougher than anything I'd want to deal with. And so you have my sympathy, girl. I would love an update. Keep in contact. Oh man, to go further than just exposing her, but I already forget. See, that's what I'm saying. It's really, like, as much as you might hate the situation or begrudge the person and all these things, it's still like it has to have a little bit of a forgiving energy. So I'm not religious, but I support your faith, and your God, what is the word? Alliance. Thank you. With the rosary, with the Trinity and everything like that. Oh, hello from Jerusalem. Ooh, I'm not sure how I would say your name. I don't know how I would say that, but hello from Jerusalem. Hi back. Anything to kind of tell me about why things are so stagnant for me? Date of birth March 16th, 1957. You're welcome. Well, you've caught me here. I'm going to call you G. I'm going to go with your first initial G. So I'll read for you. I was just about to wrap up, but you caught me because we were having a moment of reflection. Ooh, we've been here for 2 hours. Go ahead, Pisces. You guys get the best out of me. So for G from Jerusalem. Oh, Gabriella. Okay, Gabriella. Gabriella from Jerusalem. Why are things so stagnant? Let's see. And thank you so much for joining. For Gabriella from Jerusalem. Hmm. What a change in the energy. It's like a little bit more mellow. Interesting. Uh, it's over here. It's coming from over here. New elements. Okay. All right, Gabriella. Thanks for joining and happy upcoming birthday. I assume it would be the 15th where you are right now, so I think your birthday would be tomorrow. I hope you have a good birthday tomorrow. And happy birthday again to all you Pisces that have been here tonight and those who are watching on the repeat. Again, I hope you guys have a great time wherever you are in the world. Be safe, make good choices. If you're able to celebrate with some dessert or some drinks, have some on me. I love it. I love a good drink and I love a good cake. All right, for Gabriella, what is the question? Your energy? Why are things so stagnant? Why are things so stagnant for Gabriella at this time? Please show me. I'm slightly reminded of the health reading that happened way earlier tonight. You can see this on the repeat, Gabriella. If you go back, I think the general message was sort of conquering chronic illnesses or conditions in families or local groups like ethnicities or age groups or something. And my stomach is feeling like a little at this moment. So maybe that could be important to you. But, let's see. Why are things so stagnant for Gabriella? Please show me. There she is again. And here he is again. Empress reverse, Hermit upright. Yeah, something physical is off. Physically, I feel you're not doing so hot right now. You're not doing so well, and you need to pay attention to that. It doesn't have to be. I'm not a physician, but it doesn't have to be your GI or your digestion tract or anything like that. But it's something internal. It feels very internal and health oriented. It feels very physically oriented. All right. Empress, secondary major for Taurus and Libra. Hermit, Virgo energy. Judgment, secondary for Scorpio. It's very reflective. Hermit and Judgment, very reflective. This particular Judgment card in this deck, this guy looking into the mirror, cracked mirror, I feel there's something, again, inside, internal regarding your physical health, your physical wellness, or in this, or I should say, thank you, and or your spiritual wellness that needs to be evaluated. It needs to be evaluated like today is what this feels like. It feels very urgent. Despite how old and slow the Hermit looks a little bit, it feels very urgent and I think it's because like I feel like you may have like avoided something for a while, or the circumstances at hand. Coming off of this Empress energy, I feel like for you, Gabriella, it could be your life is demanding, your family or your friends need you, and so you've kind of avoided taking care of yourself because you were too busy taking care of other people. So you need to take care of yourself right now, and that will loosen up the stagnation in your life is to take care of yourself, both physically and spiritually. You could have to look into some very dark parts of yourself. Now, this might be a little gross, but literally you might need to look into some dark parts of your physical body. Like literally you might need to go to like have a scan of your insides, like literally like a camera put into your body to see those dark parts of yourself that you can't see with your outside eyes, so you might need to see a specialist. um but aside from the physical health portion, I feel like there's a subterranean slash subconscious aspect here where there are things affecting you that you're not aware of. You have no conscious awareness of them. Like you may have, we've just met in this moment, so I'm not trying to, make grand predictions or anything like that. But you may have experienced something that you don't remember, tragically, trauma wise. You may have gone through a certain experience, relationship, highly volatile moment in your life that you've repressed, that you possibly have no recollection of, but it's affecting you. Um, hmm. I feel the Empress is understood. I feel like, yeah, I feel like you've done very good, and you've been doing nice things, and you've taken care of other people, or external. External feels good. It feels like it's regular. It feels like even if it's not the best, you're familiar with it. It's not outside, it's inside. The inside is the problem. The problem in quotations. All right, so let's clarify the Hermit and the Judgment. Let me get one on each so I can get a better understanding here. Why is the Hermit here and the Judgment? So let's do Hermit. Give me one on Hermit. Why is Hermit here for Gabriella? That's 3. We're not taking 3. Or are we? Because now I've nope, we're not going to take this. But they want me to note it. Or are we? Fine, we're taking it. We're taking 3 on the Hermit. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Now I see why. They're like, take it, take it, take it. And I'm like, but it's 3. Okay. Daughter of Water, Daughter of Fire, and 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So you might have children. Daughter of Water and Daughter of Fire, aka the Pages. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Young children? Are they young? Maybe grandchildren? And 2 of Pentacles. There's like there's a trauma around children or childhood is what this feels like. A trauma around children / childhood. Experiences that are dark and hurtful to you as when you were a child, or maybe there are things that happen unfortunately to your children or your grandchildren, something like that. And it feels like a secret. Again, you don't talk about it or you're unaware of it. If it's happened to other people, they don't talk about it. They're unaware of it. And this 2 of Pentacles, ooh, no. Like someone's really possibly like severely depressed about this. I don't know the levels of it. I don't have the language to express this. But it feels like someone is like threatening to kill themselves, or threatening to harm themselves, or they repetitively harm themselves. They repetitively choose to harm the self to compensate for trauma that they've experienced that, again, they may not be aware of, or they've repressed it so much they're no longer aware of it. This is deep. Um And if you're dealing with a person like this, if this is again your children or your grandchildren or a partner or someone in your life, but with the two daughters, it feels very much like a child energy. So like someone younger or someone who is dependent on another person. So it could again still be a partner, but I do feel mostly it's a child energy. Yeah, that hermit, it's like choosing to damn the self is this feeling. Choosing to damn the self, punish the self, not love the self because somewhere in the past, in the trauma that someone has experienced, it's like, I experienced this thing that made me feel terrible, worthless, dirty, just whatever. And someone has never conquered that. Someone has never dealt with that head on. So that's what's underneath here that's the trauma. It's around childhood, children, terrible things happening, violations happening, and then based on how we were violated, how we were harmed, how we were traumatized, we then re-traumatize ourselves. This is a very deep psychological problem. Judgment. Why is judgment here? Clarify judgment. Ace of Fire. Okay, so that's meeting it. But what else? So we're actually going more. One more on judgment. Why? That's the meeting of it. Ace of Fire. Sun. Okay, clarity. So just look at it. That's a very dark card, right? It's very dark. It's very, and again, smashing of the mirror, like not wanting to see the self. But then the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, and then the Sun, secondary major for Leo, that's definitely meeting it. Going into the light, or excuse me, going into the darkness with a flashlight, with a torch, with some source of illumination to bring out what is lurking in the shadows. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I don't know what is buried there or what has been repressed, but whatever it is, the more it's brought to light, the more it's more confronted, the more it's acknowledged and not necessarily embraced, because I don't know that embracing would help, but the more it's at least seen and acknowledged for what it is, I think is going to help. Now, the Sun, I feel normally in tarot comes through as like a happiness card, the most jovial and excited energy in the tarot deck, arguably so. I think in your case, Gabriella, it's coming through as a deep healing. I feel a lot of shedding of tears, shedding of dark, constricting, confining, depressing energies. That's what needs to happen here. It needs to transmute. It needs to be overcome. And that could be because on this card, as it is in many cards with this card, there's those sunflowers there. Sunflowers, what do? They follow the sun. So whatever the sun could represent to you, a person, a source of inspiration, your own inclination, your own determination to transpire, or excuse me, to transmute this energy, to transcend this energy. Whatever the sun is, follow it. Be focused on it. And I keep doing this. So either this motion is giving me like turning of pages or literally days on a calendar. The sun, rising and setting every day. So have hope, have courage, have inspiration, and have guidance is important here. Okay, so that is where the stagnation is coming from. Something that is a deep trauma or wounding is what this feels like, that you or others are not necessarily aware of or wanting to explore, or at least haven't been wanting to explore it until maybe now. Okay, Gabriella, I hope that helped you. Thank you so much for stopping by here. I will check back in the chat. We've been here for over 2 hours, so that's a long time. But Pisces, you guys you get some of my best work. I gotta be honest. So let's check back with the chat. I'm going to see what's going on there. Again, appreciate all you guys coming out tonight. Oh, you just woke up. It's 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And happy birthday again. We'll celebrate with you in mind. Aw, have been trying to change food. Too high bit sugar. Yes. Yes, outside's all well. Two Taurus daughters, one 19, 21 with Down syndrome. Okay. And working with a therapist definitely about early childhood issues, not liking it at all. It's so difficult. That banging my head on a wall. Yep. Okay, so that's it. It's like those childhood traumas, which we all have to a certain degree, and at least that's what I believe. I mean, it's going to vary and it's going to be different in the details, but we all have something in our childhood, and I think that's not on accident. I think it's very much purposeful in the development of the human not consciousness, but again, like the human spiritual endeavor that we're all engaging in. So yeah, it's difficult to get into that, but I support everybody to do it in your own way. If the therapist is working or if the therapist isn't working, whichever, wherever you're comfortable. I am very self in it. I'm doing this all by myself. Other people, they seek therapists. Other people, it's just amongst friends. Whatever works for you, I support that. But definitely keep at it, because I feel it's very highly about what's subterranean, what's subconscious, and that's where the stagnation is. I don't think it has anything to do with anything external at all. It's not about missed opportunities. It's not about, being dissatisfied with your job, or, having too much of a hiccup with your current relationships. It really feels in the past, very much behind you. That's where the problem is, Gabriella. So I wish you luck with that. Um, and yeah, thank you so much. All right, guys, we've been here for a long time. Mama needs to get out of here and get ready to go to bed because we got work in the morning. Hmm. Anyway, Pisces, if you're here now, still with me tonight, thank you so much for being here the entire time. I really do appreciate that. If you were here jumping in and out, or if you're watching this on repeat, again, thank you all so much. If you want anything from me, it's in the description box. If you want to see how to get a personal reading with me, that information is down below. And if you want to check me out on Instagram, the link for that is down below. I started to use it again a little bit. I'm going to keep trying to do that more. And I will see you all very soon. Oh, thank you so much, Gabriella. You guys are all great too. Every one of you. I support you guys. I want everybody to do and make the right choices for them. Be aligned with yourself. Make discerning decisions for yourself. And always, always know you're capable. Every one of us is capable to take care of our own needs, or take care of our spiritual journey, I should say. All right. A little congested, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, anything you want, it's down below, guys. Pisces, I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to be uploading the mid-Marches probably this week, so you have that to look forward to. And again, I hope you guys had a great birthday season, all right? Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night or a good morning. Bye.